Hey guys, welcome back to Integrity Off-Road. Today we are going to be testing out 5 of the most top-rated Jeep accessories that you can find on Amazon, all under $100. So I swear this is probably the most irritating video that I have shot so far to date. I actually started this video last week. Unfortunately, the camera died, my brand new gimbal died, and my new mic system all died almost simultaneously. So here we are again a week later. I had everything installed on the Jeep, and now tonight I've actually had to uninstall everything just so that way we can get this video out. The first item we're going to be installing are these door latch covers. A lot of you actually seem to really like these. I would have never put these on my Jeep. However, seeing the reviews on them and seeing everybody else with them, I figured, what the heck, let's get them installed. So these are actually very simple to install. It's just a piece of plastic. It does have a little bit of malleability to it, so that way they don't snap in half on you. But all you got to do is you come up here, just slip it into place. I'm going to try to do this one-handed. And then just push it until you hear it lock in place, which it is there. That's really it. It takes 2 seconds. I really don't know if I can handle an install like this, but we're going to do it to the other side too. Something like that. So the purpose of those latch covers, if you're ever going to have your doors off, a lot of people say that they like having them because it kind of gives a little bit more uniformity to the Jeep and the theme, I guess, that they're going for. I've seen people doing them in different colors. I've seen purple, blue, green, yellow. Since mine is the 41 color, I just went ahead and did black because I do have black accents all throughout the vehicle. So I guess the only way you're ever going to really notice it is if you have the doors off. Now, 4 of them do come in a set. Since mine is just a 2-door, that's all I needed. I might be able to put one on the swing gate, but I really don't know if I'm gonna have a reason to. So, oh well. I guess I won't need these other 2. So next up on this list are these keyhole covers. A lot of you recommended these just because of the same reason like the latch covers. Gives a little bit more uniformity to the vehicle, cuts out a lot of that chrome. Now with mine being the 2-door, I ordered a set of 3 because I couldn't remember if I needed one for the swing gate or not. Mine doesn't have it, so I don't need that one. So we're gonna put these 2 on. And again, I really don't think it can get any simpler than this. They just pop right on. So they are plastic with a magnet and silicone directly behind the cover itself. Since I do have the American flag, I want to make sure that the stars are facing upward. Just like that. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I almost forgot. Guys, so I've started a new segment. It is called Jeep of the Week. You can find it on my Facebook page as well as my Instagram as well. So, what we are doing, send me a picture of your Jeep, tell me everything that you've done to it so far, and if I like it enough, I will feature it in one of my videos, kind of like this guy. So this week's Jeep of the Week goes out to Brian in his 1947 Willys CJ7 2A. If you want your Jeep featured in an upcoming video, make sure you hop on over to Facebook or my Instagram account and drop me a message with a picture of your Jeep, and I'll be sure to feature it in an upcoming video as well as give you a shout out on Facebook and Instagram. So the third item on this list are some door sill guards. I believe I might actually have some footage from the other day. So if I do, I'm gonna start it right now. Now this next item on the list is not just something that was highly rated on Amazon, but it was actually something that I wanted to purchase for my Jeep anyway, and that is some door sill guards. I wear cowboy boots pretty much on a regular basis, so getting in and out of the Jeep, my boot is always scuffing the door sill. So I thought it was very important to have a little bit of protection there. On top of that, my kids like to climb in and out of the Jeep, and they're always stepping on that spot, leaving behind scuffs and dirt, and I didn't want the paint to fade over time. So here is the box here. Let's open it up and... Okay. I could have swore these were plastic when I purchased them. after looking back on the website, though I did find out that they are rubber, so not 100% what I wanted, so I'm a little disappointed about that. But we've got them anyways. They were rated pretty high on Amazon, so we're gonna test them out. So inside of the box, it came with a driver and a passenger side. It is important that you know which side is which, because you do have a bolt here that the sill guard will have to slip over. On the back side of it, it is adhered by some 3M double-sided tape, and I'm actually really surprised because it came with some extra 3M tape in the box. But we're just gonna do a quick test fit on it, make sure we get it lined up where we want it to, and it actually fits pretty decently. I'm actually surprised on that. Again, I'm not 100% sold on the rubber, but we're gonna install it anyways. So now the fun part, and that is removing the backing off of the tape. I'm probably gonna speed this part up, so stay tuned. So my first thoughts of these are they're not terrible. They actually do fit really well. My fear is of the 3M tape that is on there. It doesn't seem like it's the best. I am glad that they threw an extra roll in there because I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to do some touch-ups and reseal it over time. But I'm gonna get the driver's side on and show you how it looks. When I first picked these up, I actually thought that they were plastic at first, like the Mopar ones were. To my surprise, they definitely were not. I'm not a huge fan of them as for that aspect of it, just because I feel like over time they are going to start to peel up. But only time will tell. If you guys have made it this far into the video, then you may have noticed that I am rocking some brand new merch. Recently, we have dropped 2 brand new hats to the store. The khaki and brown is what I'm wearing right now. Plus, we also have a charcoal and black one available there too. We also have some brand new t-shirts on the store as well, which is the one that I'm wearing right here, available in black, army green, and charcoal gray. So head on over to integrityoffroad.com and pick yours up today. Now, the fourth item on my list is actually something that I got a little bit selfish over, and that's because if you're anything like me, I love riding with the top and the Freedom panels off during the summer. However, the August sun here in Southeast Missouri is absolutely brutal. So what I did is I actually picked up a sunshade that I'm going to install right now. All right, I will say I am actually kind of glad that I had a malfunction the other day while I was trying to install the sunshade, because there is a little bit of a process to it. So now that I know how to install it, I should be able to explain it a lot better. If you buy one like this, a couple of things should come inside of the box. Of course, you're gonna have all of your ties, and then you're also gonna have this little piece of plastic, which I will show you how to use that here in just a moment. One thing you will want to do is go ahead and separate your tie downs, because there are 3 different sizes. You have basically a short, a medium, and a long. So we're going to separate that. So there is a short right there. In fact, I'll just go ahead and speed this part up. Okay, so you should have 4 short ones, 4 mediums, and then 4 longs. I do have them kind of hung out all over the place, but I'm actually going to start out with the short one, so I'm going to move this out of the way as well. So what you want to do, you want to make sure that you have it in the correct orientation. Of course, on mine, I do have this little slanted part, which is actually the part that backs up to the speakers. But I'm going to start out with one of the shorts, and then I'm going to feed it over that first hole. I lied. I'm going to feed it under. All right, so now that I got the first 2 hung up on the driver's side, I am going to do the passenger side as well. All right, so the easy part is out of the way, and that's just installing the 2 shorts on both sides. Now we're gonna grab the largest ones that you have, and we're gonna go ahead and button up the rear of this canvas. So this is actually going to loop over the overhead speaker system all the way down on each side. Oh, Lordy. Oh, hope this makes for a good blooper. I hope this makes for a good blooper reel. All right, so for this next part, it actually might be a little bit beneficial for you to hop into the back of your Wrangler. Now, mine is a 2-door, and I'm a little bit of a bigger guy, so trying to fit back here is a little bit difficult, but I do this for you guys. So go ahead and grab the longest ties that you have, and let's go. There we go, about like so. And then grab this guy. There we go, just like so. Okay, so we're gonna do that like so. So, believe it or not, the front is probably going to be easier than it is doing the rear. But to feed these cables through, there is really no gap between the windshield and the frame. So they included this little piece of plastic right here. So what you're going to do, you're going to feed it through about like so. But what you want to do is you want to start feeding this back between the windshield and the frame until it pokes through on the other side. Then you can grab it and pull it all the way through. Pull that out of the way. And then feed this guy through like so. And then pop it in like that. There we go. Get it out of the way of the visor. Then we're going to do that all the way down. But that brings us to number 5. So Amazon did recommend to me the bullet point universal phone mount for my Jeep JL. However, I did cheat a little bit and I went over to Bullet Point's website and I ordered the MagSafe phone charger because I knew I wanted that one as opposed to the universal mount. So Bullet Point's phone mount system is by far, hands down, the best solution on the market right now because they utilize the bolt holes that are already in place on your dashboard. So first things first, we are going to remove this little cover right there, and we are going to utilize those holes right there. All right, now that we got that installed, one really cool thing about this is that it did come with a braided USB-C to USB-C cable that we will be using to plug in. So what I had for mine is it plugs in right here. Now what I did is I actually ran it right behind the radio. So you can kind of fit it inside of that groove here. And then I go down like so. And then, I lied. It's not USB-C to USB-C, it's USB-C to USB-A. I was hoping it would be USB-C to USB-C, but not a big deal. But I run it right behind the radio. I go all the way down, back behind the handle there, and then into the slot there. I might swap it out later on for a different cable that'll allow me to close this all the way. But for right now, it does really good. I'm actually just surprised that it actually came with a braided cable. I do really like that a lot. So I'm not kidding. I absolutely love the bullet point mounting solutions. This video is not sponsored by them in any way. I did reach out to Bullet Point at one point and asked them if they would sponsor a video, and they said no. So Bullet Point, if you are watching this, I would love to review more of your products. Please hit me up. Let's collab. But no, in all seriousness, I absolutely love their products. So as of right now, I did see that they now have the Ruby Grid system for the 2024 and the 2025. So if you have been waiting for that to drop, it is now available on Bullet Point's website. Go check it out. Later on, I might actually add a Ruby Grid system to my JL Wrangler, so that way I can mount some GoPros, maybe have some other phone mounts. Who knows? The options are endless. So hop on over to bulletpoint.com and check yours out today. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Also, if you have any future recommendations for videos, make sure to leave a comment below and like the video as well. I've still got a lot to go on this build, so make sure you stay tuned. Until then, ride with integrity.